because I'm looking forward to this.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, Jess and I were just having creative chats. We should just continue it right now, Jesse.
Look, why not? Yep, why not? Look, I got nothing else to do. I'll sit relax. I'll help.
Mediator.
Yes.
Tell us you can rate the ideas like out of 10 for us.
Feel so untouched right now. Need you so much somehow. I can't forget you. We go crazy from the moment I met you.
Hey, love.
Hello. How are you
Hi.
both?
Look at that photo. You've got up the promo photo and everything.
I know. We got to get behind this track big time. How good is
bless
this
you.
track?
You like it?
I love it.
Oh, thank you. That's
I legit, I love it. This is my new fave song of the week. Is this new thing with you girls? This is epic. We want to talk about that. How you been doing? The last time you and I spoke, it was Carers Week. A very important week for you both. But since then, how have you guys been doing? Are you well?
Yeah, things are good. I'm in Los Angeles. Lisa's in Brisbane. We've just finished 2 albums. We've got a national tour in June. We've got Celebrity Apprentice coming out. So it's a busy few months for us, for sure.
So what are you doing in Los Angeles?
I'm just taking meetings.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So
international meetings.
Yeah. Are you permanently over there now or?
No.
Okay. Right.
Yeah. Just visiting. Just
nice. Yeah, that sounds cool. Lisa, what about you?
We come back a lot. Like America's like our second home.
Yeah, right. Lisa, you're stuck in Brisbane?
I am, but I'm happy to be here. I was saying you couldn't pay me enough to get on an international flight right now. I've sort of been really enjoying, being home for a little while and not having to get, on another time zone and actually just sink into life over here. So I'm thriving. I'm loving it.
Oh, so I assume there's a lot of Zoom meetings between the both of you to prep all these 2 albums and the tour and everything. How's the internet connections? Are they good? Who's got better internet connection?
Pretty solid.
Pretty world class, honestly.
Yeah.
But I mean, Jess and I hang out all morning on FaceTime anyway, just to gossip. So there's a little bit of work injected in there, but yeah.
What are we gossiping about? I mean, we love a good gossip.
What aren't we gossiping about?
All the drama I get up to over here, all the drama Lisa gets up to, I don't know.
Yeah.
There's always honestly, it's probably not fit for radio.
So who's worse then?
Jess.
Probably. I will not contest that.
Okay.
Probably.
No, I'm just kidding. Jesse's definitely got the more like fun gossip, and then I've got the like annoying gossip, like, had a migraine yesterday, or like, I'm eating too much sugar. I need to go on a detox. Like she's basically like my therapist. So that's what Jess is to me.
Oh, but you are too. It's just that you're my relationship therapist and I'm your health therapist.
That's it. That is the perfect role title for both of us.
Wow. I've just got a whole big insight of what's going on.
Yeah, that's what's going on.
It's a very different dynamic when Lisa and I haven't seen, like if Lisa and I aren't in the same room, we really miss each other. And so the third person always ends up being the third wheel. And we're just like, oh my God, babe, like, we start gossiping. And then, but when we're in the same room together and we've been around each other, it's a bit more like we're on the same like wave. Yeah, we're kind of like best friends, so it's a bit gossipy.
And that is a good thing.
Like a symphony, play me till your fingers bleed.
I mean, it was 2004 that you both came onto the music scene. That's a long time. The relationship that we've seen so far in this, I mean, it's beautiful and you're having fun together, but how is it like in such a long time to be still doing what you both do incredibly well? How do you hold it together?
Oh my gosh, babe. It's because it's an absolute blessing. We get to live our dreams every day, and like any career, it can sometimes be exhausting, or but as a whole, it's like we get to songwrite, perform, live our dreams every day, and so it's really just reconnecting to that gratitude, and we just love it.
We love it. It gets easier every year,
Yeah.
like the older we get, the more perspective you gain. You know, you've experienced success, you've experienced the highs and the lows, you've experienced, you know, all there is pretty much to experience in 16 years since our first release. So I think with the more perspective we've gained, the more gratitude and appreciation you also you have for the fact that we're still here getting to release music, that you people like you are you know, spinning the songs and showing support and love. Like, yeah, we're so blessed. We're so lucky that we get to do this, and especially together. I mean, it's
such an incredible story for two sisters to be 16 years later still doing what you love. What do you think it is that Australia loves about you both? Why do you think that they still believe in you?
Oh, that's really cute. You know, it's a beautiful story because we're two girls from the north side of Brisbane, and you know, we signed to one of the biggest record deals at the time in the world. We signed to the grandfather of rock and roll, Seymour Stein, in New York City. He signed the Ramones and Madonna. And it's just such an incredible story because, you know, we performed our original songs all around Brisbane before we got signed. And then, you know, we were embraced so much by Australia. And I don't know, we're just two girls. It's sort of that thing where if you have a dream, you can dream as big as you like and it can come true. You know, if you love what you do, you believe in yourself. And you know, but there's so much luck. You know, we were so lucky. We had so many incredible people involved, an incredible team of people. And, you know, the fact that we got to, I don't know, like work with
we're resilient, and we've been doing music since we were 5 and we love it. So I think really what's kept us going is our pure love for music. Because all the other stuff that comes with, you know, being in the industry, fame, celebrity, all that kind of stuff, it's so frivolous. It's like it doesn't last forever. And
it's a byproduct. It's a
byproduct of the industry. And of course, I mean, it's an awful lot of fun while it's happening. But at the same time, it's like you can derail very quickly by placing too much value on those things and thinking that that's what it's actually all about. There's no feeling better than getting in the studio and listening back to a song that you've just written, because it's you know, it's like a time capsule of a feeling and emotion that you're putting into a song. It's infinite now. And I don't know, I think for me, that's the exciting part of music, and getting to do it with Jessie, and the fact that has taken us all around the world, and we've experienced all these amazing different cultures and people and fans and had all these wild experiences. It's been because of music. So we have always brought it back to the music. I think that's why there's been longevity here. People haven't always, you know, that people don't always know us. They'll judge you from a headline or, you know, a scandal or whatever. But the thing that I think Australia or people probably look at us and think is, wow, you know, they're resilient. They're you know, we authentically love what we do.
Yeah.
So we'll, you know, do it forever.
Absolutely
Be
outstanding.
the life of the party, but I just wanna find somebody.
Let's talk these 2 new albums. 1 minute we have no album, next minute we got 2. Is there too much going on at the moment? Godzilla out in May, Human out in July. My gosh, have you guys been busy?
Yeah, we have, you know, and these albums have been in the making for a little while. It's been 6 years since our last album release, but in between then we've had a lot of songs being released, you know, a lot of music that's been out. But you know, for
From Me, In My Blood, On Your Side, like all that music's happened in that downtime of albums. But it's nothing compares to being able to release an album, let alone 2. So
Why was the option to do 2? Is it because you've got 2 different stories to tell?
Yeah, I think because of the amount of time that's passed and the perspective that we've written from in this time. I mean, so many things have happened in regards to our relationship with the public, our relationship with media, that it just felt like a lot of what we were writing out was from these 2 different perspectives. And that was like the Veronicas, how the media make you out to be, and then Lisa and Jess, who are the songwriters behind the Veronicas, and the reality of things. And so because of that, we just felt like we wanted to be able to tell those stories conceptually in these two different albums.
Yeah, wow. So in the album Godzilla, what is that story? What are we sharing in that album?
It's really
I was just laughing because of the Godzilla concept in general. It's like, Godzilla's a monster. You know, it's the lyric in that song is "I'll love you, I'll kill you." Like, you don't know which side you're going to play into. It's like the alter ego of what it, you get to live out this character. You get to be, we've been the villain sometimes in the media. Like, we've been portrayed as that. And then on the flip side, it's like, and then on the next minute you're on top of the world with a heartfelt song, that's number one. So it's like you're idolized one minute and then you're vilified the next. So it's playing into all of that conceptually, lyrically.
Wow.
And then Human speaks to, intrinsically
the vulnerability. It's just like, because there's still upbeat songs on Human and there's still ballads on Godzilla. It's just the perspectives that they're written from. It's
right.
Is really what it is.
I've gone through more of that the last few years. I mean, we've done it for 16 years. We're used to stories coming out and silliness and like whatever all that is. It's kind of funny, and you learn to grow a thick skin. But more so the last few years, I think, because of a lot of different things that have gone on in our lives, we are a little bit more in tune and sensitive, and we have more perspective. And so we had a lot of challenges we had to navigate that we hadn't experienced before. And so there's so much to write about in regards to both those themes.
You're taking us into quite, by the sounds of it, with your albums, like a real personal level and storytelling of, let's go into the Veronicas a little bit more and experience what they've experienced and or maybe what they've been through, or in the love and the relationships and the media. And thank you for that.
Oh, that's your soul.
That's really, that's really, really amazing. Let's talk life of the party. Which one of you are the life of the party? Because it can't be about both, surely.
I think it is the mix of us getting together that really.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So when there's a party and both Jess and Lisa are turning up, there's the life of the party.
Run the other way.
Yeah. And I'm assuming that is what the song is about, though. Life of the party. What is the message in it?
The concept is actually, we wrote it from the perspective of really like social media and a material world of what you think equates to happiness, like attention, things that feed you. And then realizing it's like none of those things matter. That they don't make you feel loved at the end of it. And that's why the hook of the song is, everybody wants to be the life of the party, but I just want to find somebody. It's finding that other perspective of like, I actually want something outside of that. And you don't realize that until you've had it, and you realize it leads you nowhere.
Wow. Where are we going with our story writing? Like how personal are we actually going in with this story? Because 2 albums, which, I mean, they're obviously not out yet, but we've got 2 albums. How real deep are we going?
I mean, there's some of the heaviest stuff we've ever written, like the most intimate stuff we've ever written, definitely on these records.
There's been songs that we're putting on these albums where, like, man, those sessions, they almost, like, I know I say this sometimes, but it was like therapy. Like, it was stuff we had to get out. And it's, some of it's pretty heavy.
I'm feeling there's it's quite heavy. And cathartic.
There was
there's a lot of fun stuff.
Yeah.
There's so much on there. So 2 albums worth of
I can't wait to hear these. I really can't wait to hear these albums. I need to get a copy now. How do I do that? I need to get a copy. Let's talk about your national tour. It's been 6 years since the tour. This is epic. When are we like getting a little insight of what may happen on this tour? Can we get a little sneaky preview of it somewhere? because I'm looking forward to this.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, Jess and I were just having creative chats. We should just continue it right now, Jesse.
Look, why not? Yep, why not? Look, I got nothing else to do. I'll sit back. You know, I'll help.
Mediator.
Yes.
You tell us you can rate the ideas like out of 10 for us each
Okay.
time.
That's not
Sure.
gonna work for me, girl. Sorry, I couldn't care less about that. Definitely add that. No, it's gonna be a tour like no other because we're splitting it into two parts because we have the two themes to play with. So we have the Godzilla as the first half, and then we have a small break, and then we come back.
Wow.
And the way that we present that, it's going to be it's going to be a mix of old music, new music, you know, the hits, you know, but it's going to be presented in two completely different ways.
When you say old music, are we talking like a forever and untouched old music?
100%.
First two albums, yeah.
Yeah.
And then a bunch of the new stuff. So also Human won't have been released yet. So a lot of like we are doing some of the songs from Human where people are going to hear those songs for the first time on the tour.
Wow.
Really fun.
This is seriously epic. The tour, it's happening. We're going to put all the details. The two albums, one's out in May, Godzilla. One's out in July, Human. Lisa and Jess, the Veronicas, I love you girls. You are absolute incredible human beings. Thanks so much for joining us on the show.
Thank you. You're beautiful. Thank you, my love. Thanks for such a fun chat.